Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English with Mishu. I'm Emily.
And I'm Liam. We're so glad you're here with us today. Emily, how's your week been?
Honestly, it's been pretty good. You know what? I had this little win in my English class. I finally raised my hand and said a sentence in the future tense without overthinking. I said, I will share my idea tomorrow. And the teacher smiled and said, perfect.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that moment. You feel proud, right? But let me ask our listeners, have you ever wanted to speak about your future, but felt stuck, unsure of which words to use?
Exactly. Many learners can talk about the past or the present, but when it comes to the future, they freeze. Today, we're going to fix that together.
So stick with us because by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to use the future tense naturally in daily conversations.
So, Liam, let's start simple. Why do you think learning the future tense is so important?
Well, think about it. Every day we talk about what we will do. I will study tonight. I will call my friend. We will travel next year. If you can't express your future plans, people won't really understand your goals or your ideas.
True. And here's the thing, when learners don't know how to use the future tense, they often stay quiet. For example, instead of saying, I will join you tomorrow, they just nod or smile, and that means missed chances to practice English.
Exactly. And confidence comes when you can talk about all times, past, present, and future. Today we'll focus on that missing piece, the future.
So, in this episode, we'll talk about the common problems learners face with the future tense, why it feels confusing sometimes, and of course, how to master it with simple steps.
And don't worry, we'll give you real-life examples, role plays, and even some vocabulary to make your speaking stronger.
Perfect. So, let's dive in. Imagine this. You're at a cafe with friends, and someone asks, what will you do after this? If you freeze, you'll miss the flow. But if you can answer confidently, you'll shine in that conversation.
That's why this topic matters. It's not just grammar, it's about expressing your life, your dreams, your plans.
Let's be real. Many English learners struggle with the future tense. Liam, I remember one of my students who always said, tomorrow I go to school, instead of tomorrow I will go to school.
Oh yes, I've heard that a lot too. And the problem is, people might still understand you, but it doesn't sound natural. And deep down, you feel unsure, right?
Exactly. And sometimes learners avoid future tense completely. For example, instead of saying, I will call you later, they just say, I call you later. That makes the sentence incomplete.
Another problem? Fear of making mistakes. Many learners think, what if I say the wrong word? So they stay silent, and silence blocks fluency.
Yes. And there's another big issue, confusion. People ask, should I say will, should I say going to, or just use the present tense for the future?
That confusion makes the brain tired. And when you're tired, you avoid speaking.
So the real-life problem is not just about grammar. It's about confidence, connection, and clarity. If you can't talk about your future, you can't fully join conversations.
And that's what we're here to solve today.
So Liam, let's dig deeper. Why do learners actually struggle with the future tense? What's going on emotionally and logically?
Good question. Emotionally, many learners feel nervous. They think, if I make a mistake, people will laugh at me. That fear stops them from even trying.
Yes, I remember when I first tried speaking English in front of classmates, my voice was shaking. I knew what I wanted to say, but my brain said, don't say it, you'll be wrong.
And logically, the rules look complicated. English has will, going to, and sometimes even the present continuous for the future, like, I'm meeting her tomorrow. Learners see all these options and think, which one is correct?
Right, and textbooks sometimes make it worse. They give you charts and long explanations, but they don't show you how to use the future tense naturally in daily life.
Exactly. So emotionally, it's fear. Logically, it's confusion. And together, they create a wall that blocks progress.
But here's the truth. English is not about being perfect. It's about being clear. Even if you mix up will and going to, people will still understand you.
That's powerful, Emily. And once you let go of fear and learn a few simple patterns, the wall disappears.
So now that we know the real causes, it's time to move to solutions.
All right, solution number 1. Start simple with will. If you're confused about future tense, just use will first. It's easy, clear, and always correct when talking about the future.
Yes. Think of will as your best friend. For example, I will study tonight. She will call you tomorrow. We will travel next year.
Exactly. You don't need to worry about complicated structures in the beginning. If you use will, people will understand you perfectly.
And here's a quick tip. Don't forget the short form. Native speakers often say I'll instead of I will. Like, I'll text you later. That makes your English sound more natural.
Good point. Also, remember that will is used for promises, decisions, or predictions. For example, I will help you with your homework. Promise. I think it will rain tomorrow. Prediction.
So, if learners only practice sentences with will every day, they'll already sound much more fluent in the future tense.
Yes. Step 1, keep it simple, keep it clear. Master will first before adding more.
Okay, solution number 2. Use going to for plans and intentions. This is where many learners get confused, but it's actually simple.
Right. The rule is if you already decided to do something, or if it's a clear plan, you can say going to. For example, I'm going to visit my friend this weekend. She's going to start a new job next month.
Exactly. And here's the cool part. Going to also works for things that are obviously about to happen. Like if you see dark clouds, you can say, it's going to rain.
Yes, that's when the future feels very certain. Another example, look at that car, it's going to crash.
So the difference is easy. Will is more like a decision in the moment or a promise. Going to is about a plan or something that's already decided.
Exactly. But here's the tip. Don't overthink it. If you're not sure whether to use will or going to, just pick one. People will still understand you.
Yes, the more you practice, the more natural the choice will feel.
So, step 2, practice going to with your daily plans. For example, before bed, say, tomorrow I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to call my friend.
That's a great daily practice routine.
Now, let's talk about solution number 3. Use the present continuous for the future. This one surprises a lot of learners, but it's actually very common.
Yes. For example, native speakers often say, I'm meeting my friend tomorrow. We're having dinner at 7 tonight. She's flying to Paris next week.
Exactly. It's used when the plan is very fixed, like an appointment or a schedule.
Think of it this way. If it's already arranged, like on your calendar, you can use the present continuous for the future.
Right. But many learners only use the present continuous for right now, like I'm eating. They don't realize it can also show the future.
True. And here's a quick test for our listeners. Imagine you bought a movie ticket for Saturday night. How would you say it?
You'd say, I'm watching a movie on Saturday night. Perfect.
Nice. So the trick is use present continuous when your future plan is already confirmed, not just an idea.
Exactly. So now we have 3 strong tools: will, going to, and present continuous.
Okay, solution number 4. Use future time expressions to sound natural. Even if your grammar is simple, using time expressions makes your sentence clear.
Yes, words like tomorrow, next week, in 2 days, soon, later, tonight.
this weekend. These are powerful little helpers.
For example, instead of just saying, I will call you, you can say, I will call you tomorrow. That one word, tomorrow, makes the sentence stronger and clearer.
Exactly. And if you're not sure about grammar, adding a time expression often fixes the confusion. For example, I'm going to the dentist next Monday. Everyone knows you're talking about the future.
Right. And here's a bonus. Try combining will or going to with these expressions, like, I'll visit my grandma this weekend. She's going to start a new course next month.
Yes, it makes your English sound more natural and less robotic.
So, the fourth solution is simple. Always use future time expressions to add clarity and confidence.
And now, Emily, I think it's time to talk about something important, the obstacles people face when they actually try to use these solutions. So, Emily, even when learners know will, going to, present continuous, and time expressions, they still face obstacles.
True. One big obstacle is fear of judgment. Learners think if I say it wrong, people will laugh at me. That fear keeps them silent.
Yes, but here's the truth. Native speakers don't laugh. They actually respect you for trying. Mistakes show that you're learning.
Another obstacle is translation. Many learners try to translate future sentences from their own language, and it doesn't always fit. That slows them down.
Exactly. Instead of translating, it's better to memorize short patterns like I will plus verb or I'm going to plus verb. Then just fill in the blanks naturally.
Another problem is overthinking rules. Learners ask, should I use will or going to or present continuous? They get stuck in grammar instead of speaking.
Yes, and here's the tip. Don't aim for perfect grammar in conversation. Aim for clarity. If you say, I will meet my friend tomorrow, or I'm going to meet my friend tomorrow, both are correct.
Exactly. The only real mistake is silence.
So the way to overcome these obstacles is practice simple patterns, speak without fear, and let mistakes guide you, not stop you.
All right, Liam, let's do a quick role play so our listeners can see future tense in action.
Great idea. I'll start. Emily, what will you do after this podcast?
I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and then I'll review my notes for tomorrow's class.
Nice. And I'm meeting my friend later, so I'll call him after the podcast.
Perfect. See, listeners, we just used will and going to naturally.
Let's try another one. What are your plans for the weekend?
I'm visiting my cousin on Saturday, and I'll help her with her English homework.
Cool. And I'm going to finish reading my book, and I'll cook dinner on Sunday.
That's it. Notice how easy it is when you just speak from your daily life.
Exactly. Role plays like this help your brain link grammar with real-life situations.
And the more you practice, the more confident you'll feel using the future tense naturally. All right, Liam, let's teach some useful words and phrases from today's episode that learners can use with the future tense.
Great. First one, plan. I have a plan to travel next month.
Second, schedule. My schedule for tomorrow is very busy.
Third, promise. I promise I will call you tonight.
Fourth, intention. I have the intention to start learning French next year.
Fifth, soon. I will send you the report soon.
Sixth, later. I'm going to read that book later.
And seventh, a bonus one. Next week, month, year. We will go on vacation next month.
These words make your sentences stronger, clearer, and more natural when talking about the future.
Exactly. Try to make 2 to 3 sentences every day using these words with will, going to, or present continuous. You'll see improvement fast.
Remember, vocabulary plus grammar equals confidence. That's the secret to fluency. Wow, Liam, we covered so much today. Let's recap quickly. We learned how to use will, going to, and the present continuous to talk about the future. We added time expressions, practiced role plays, and learned 7 useful vocabulary words.
Yes, and the most important takeaway, Don't fear mistakes, don't overthink rules, and just speak. Clarity and confidence matter more than perfection.
Remember, your future is yours to talk about, plan, and create. Every sentence you speak is a small step toward fluent English and bigger life goals.
So here's your action for today. Write 5 sentences about your plans using the future tense or speak them out loud. And don't worry if they're not perfect. Practice makes natural.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, share it with a friend, comment your favorite tip, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an English lesson.
You've got this. Speak your future into existence. We believe in you, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Keep practicing, stay confident, and keep dreaming big. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.